Alright, so what's up guys? So I just got a text from Logan Steel that my parts are actually all finished in powder coat. They banged them out in less than a day, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna go grab those, put them on the engine, get the engine all back together, and probably work on the budget hatch if things work out right. So I don't know, let's figure it out. First we had to stop and get the boys some coffee. Northeast courtesy. It's always exciting going to see the parts freshly powder coated for this first time. I'm pumped.
We like to refer to them as virgin parts.
Virgin parts.
Until Jimmy puts his hands on them, they're virgins.
Oh, that looks so good. Literally the perfect color. Really happy I decided to do the water neck. That looks so good. Boy. We got it all packaged all nicely. Tombone's out here, not working, causing a ruckus.
What Tony does is just sort of meander around, eating chips.
Alright, we're back at the shop. Got all my parts laid out and they all came out amazing. I'm so pumped about these. Came out way nicer than I thought. This powder coat they used is like the perfect color. So it fills in a lot of the crevices too. The powder coat we used for the subframes and stuff like that, it was a little bit thinner laying, so it kind of showed off the impurities, but this powder coat really hides it. So super happy with this. Now it's just a tedious job of putting all of this back together. It's gonna kill me to put old crusty bolts back on the engine, but I'll try and clean them up with a wire brush as much as I can. I can't really justify spending a couple $100 on stainless hardware right now, but maybe as time goes on, you know, we could switch it out because it only take a few minutes to do so later on. So let's get it back together. So much better. I would really love to paint the pump right here, but I know I'm gonna get training fluid on it like the first day I put it in, and it's gonna ruin the paint and look like crap, so we'll live with that. And now we got the other side. All thin air is a little crusty, so we gotta clean it up before we put it in. I'll just skip to the clean part. Much better. Let's get her on. And it's on. Now, you could tell both setups are kind of just loose and whatever. I'm not gonna tighten anything down until I got the belts on them. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but a guy in California actually hooked me up super heavy with a Greddy intake. And it's on the fence if it's real or not, but I don't really care. It looks like a real Greddy to me, and it's probably gonna perform like a real Greddy anyways. And I was also able to get a Megan Racing tubular manifold. Like, it's not the highest end manifold in the world, but it looks good, performs fine. Basically any manifold you get under like $600 isn't gonna do much for performance. It's mainly for sound and looks, but I'm fine with that. Once again, it's a super cheap part, but it's gonna look good and it's gonna sound good, and I guess that's all we could ask for. So those come in on Saturday. Basically, once those are on, the engine should be complete. My motor mounts come in on Saturday also, so Saturday's gonna be a busy, busy day. So we're aiming for Sunday to get the engine in, which would be sick as long as we don't run into any problems and I don't need any more parts, because that's really the downfall to builds like this, is just making sure you have all the right parts. But I'll stop talking. Jip actually, I think, just showed up finally, so I think we're gonna work on the budget hatch today. Oh my God. You're not Jip.
I know.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
What's going on?
What's going on?
All right, so while RJ and I were out getting food, I stopped at the P.O. box and the pulleys I ordered for the engine already came in, which blows my mind because I didn't even get a confirmation that they even like were processed yet. I don't know if people were just on their game with the holiday stuff, but they came in. And they're looking fire. Alternator. Damn, those are actually really good looking.
I like.
Well, that looks fantastic. My intake manifold's polished. I think it's gonna look really good. I'm happy with it.
It should all match. I like the polished over black.
Yeah, I gotta paint the crank pulley too. That's easy. We'll do that probably tomorrow. Valve cover still needs to be done. Whatever. RJ in the meantime is switching to his new bumpers. Steffi's, her old ones. Steffi sold them because they're in way better shape than his. And oh, that was crusty, huh? And they have lips on these bumpers, so RJ's getting to work. So, mounting the power steering res and getting the lines hooked up is our goal for tonight, I think. Ambitious. Since we put the tub in, there's nowhere to put this because it usually goes here, now. So, this seems like the next best idea to put it right here. It should clear perfectly fine if we get it to sit like that somehow. You think so?
We're gonna find out.
The only thing that runs this is low pressure lines. This comes from the rack, and then this goes into the power steering pump. So as you can see, this line right here, that happens to be sitting on our wastegate. This is our low pressure from the rack, which comes to here. And then this is our low pressure from the reservoir to right here on the pump. So we gotta make sure they're not touching the wastegate because that thing is probably gonna get pretty hot. And we gotta go buy some line. And since it's transmission fluid, we can't just use any type of line. We kind of have to use a hydraulic friendly line because of the fluid, because the training fluid will actually eat like a coolant line. So we have to get like a fuel line or something like that.
Coated.
So, but that's easy. We don't need much of it. We probably need 3 feet of each. We'll do that, and then we'll figure out where to mount it. Seems like it's gonna go really nicely right here. It should clear the hood right there with no problem. Finna screw, you feel me?
Finish. Line time. Part taller. Vance got all the hose.
You done yet? Taking an OEM bumper off for the first time is the worst, isn't it?
It's like it's stuck on. I don't know how many more bolts I could take off.
Alright, I got a thermostat and belts. Thermostat will take a little bit later, but the belts I could throw on right now. Psych, I got them backwards, or someone gave me them backwards. I got the length I need for the power steering on the alternator side. I got the length for the alternator power steering side, so the belts are too long and too short. Pain in the ass.
Ew.
Alright, we're gonna start from the rack and then just clamp this off on there, run it, and then we're gonna leave this.
There we go.
I feel like being ambidextrous would be like the greatest skill for a mechanic to have.
This is like home improvement. We had it for a minute. 6 solo, bro. That was close enough. Rating Drew's toolbox, aka his liquor cabinet. Look at the top of that thing, just like Fireball, Bud Light.
True,
when you know you have a problem.
We needed a 1/2 inch line. All they had was 7/16, which means it's slightly smaller than 1/2 inch, which means it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get on the pump.
But it means tighter fit.
Yeah.
Less not hit.
Less not hit, but this one's gonna suck to put on. We tapered the inside of the hose just a little bit, make our life a little bit easier. So hopefully my fat arm fits between the turbo. Ah, you mother!
You played yourself for a fool. My back.
Oh, it is working. We're on a good 1/4 inch now. We need about another
metric hunt.
We stretched the living crap out of it and it's now on there. We're good. We have the lines rooted against the frame rail up here. Easy peasy. Now I gotta trim, stretch, and clamp.
Yes. I slammed my thumb.
Okay. We drilled a hole, so now we can mount the John.
Low EM.
we drilled a hole through the top upper frame rail piece right here to mount the reservoir, and it sits. Look at that.
Mint chocolate chip, like triple scoops.
Show them how strong it is. Beautiful.
So strong.
That looks so nice back there too. I'm really, really happy with that. That looks a lot better than I ever would have thought.
Hype beast. And it's gonna clear the hood, bitch in and everything. Hype. Hype. Heat shield comes in soon.
Yeah, heat shield comes in soon.
I didn't want to send it.
We need an intake.
Intake setup.
Fluids,
O2 sensor.
O2 sensor, and vacuum lines.
And then we're running.
That's what I'm saying. So that's like one solid day if we weren't being lazy pieces of crap.
And it wasn't cold enough to see your breath in your hair.
But I'm happy. We got one thing done today.
Very hype.
But I need to go exchange those belts before advance closes because I really want to get those on tonight.
Yas.
It's nice to see that RJ made progress. How you liking them?
I am now a little upset because I think I might have booked these too good. Because now I definitely got to do the rest of the car.
That looks fantastic. I swear, the lip kits literally make
I'm gonna
these
wait
cars.
a while just because I'd like to be. Miata was made red. Yeah, that's what I was trying to hope I could find some people.
Now I need skirts. I need skirts. Let's try this again. V2. All right, let's try this again. Perfect. I'm so happy the pulley came in. The whole motor looks so nice and complete now. Once the manifolds are on and the valve cover is all painted, it's gonna be gorgeous. Just loving life, taking this Miata apart.
Oh my God, there's so many random nooks and crannies and bolts that I didn't know existed.
This thing looks straight up flat red on camera. Out with the old. In with the new.
In with the certified pre-owned.
Before it throws the rear panel back on, he's giving a little polish because it looked like it was sat in the sun for about 30 years.
Close to it, 28.
So, yeah, good luck with that, RJ. But I'm not feeling too good right now. I don't know why, but I'm just going to go home. I'm super tired. I feel like crap. But all the new parts in the SR cleaned it up so much. The powder coat looks amazing. Shout out to Logan Steel again for that. They always hook it up. Check out their Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. But, yeah, so...
Dude, go home.
I know.
You are obviously sick.
We're going to Logan Steel tomorrow to sample last time he's car with him. And then manifolds come Saturday and all that good stuff. I want to go home. Okay, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And RJ?
Have a fantastic evening.